What's up, Soul? So I'm gonna just do a quick video breakdown of the Fury versus Seattle Riot. We're gonna be looking at the swooping and how Fury does a really good job of stopping the kind of break continue throws. Oops. The
Riot
first
superstars.
So the first play, it's like really subtle watching Mad Dog and just the check over the shoulder, and noticing what's the next threat and the angle. So if we back it up,
one of the next Riot superstars.
Mad Dog, check over the shoulder, goes pretty flat. We see actually Kawhi get the disc back right here. And notice, right, Mad Dog sees Jack, deep threat. So her first swoop was like pretty flat, kind of taking with inside. This sees Jack, biggest deep threat. We're really afraid of this around Huck. So Mad Dog, instead of just going flat like she did last time, she goes super wide to try to stop this Kawhi flick Huck to Jack. Successfully does it, but Kawhi's a great thrower, turns, lost that backhand.
Kawhi, Riot's Poofall nominee, floats it.
And Jack goes up and gets it. The next one, it's on the swing pass. Same thing, we're watching Mad Dog here. Swing goes, right? Mad Dog checks her shoulder, sees that next one, has to go really wide. I think the other thing that's really interesting is this is an example of like team defense. Swing wide to help prevent that swing, right? Swooping wide to prevent that swing, but then Q dishes right back and then threatens up line. We can watch this switch too. Big swoop, right? Really putting in a lot of effort to stop this next throw. Does it successfully. Q, boom, but you're out of position right now. So notice Mad Dog. I think this is Desmond, right? Pointing, trying to switch. That switch comes, right, and prevents that give go up line. It's really subtle, but big swoop gives up that open give go though. Q throws and goes, communicates the switch, immediately drop off, prevents that around again. Next clip. This is a really interesting one where actually if we back up maybe 1 or 2 seconds, Mad Dog is actually going Liss right here. There's like a weird switch or something happened where Liss is unmarked right now, and Mad Dog is in the stack trying to get to Liss. I want to notice that it's not this hard sprint, but a kind of carefully trying to take away other receivers, swooping even as this reel happens.
As a rabbit.
So going wide,
the Riot zone,
coming in, trying to take away.
She's unmarked.
All those paths, and eventually get the right. Not prioritizing immediately. Let me get here, but let me first take away the path of the break side.
It's the 2015 season. So Riot.
This is where we get to see Finney. So again, shoulder check, but Finney is remarkable and incredibly speedy, and like not a lot of players in the game can do this.
Had the upper.
Let me actually full screen this, right? So Finney sees, and instead of just swooping to take away the path, Finney goes like 20 yards and stops the next. So there's a pick call, but Finney doesn't know this, and is just going to pick up the next throw. Like that's how much Finney's prioritizing stopping that break throw. Like this isn't a 5-yard swoop. This isn't a 2-yard swoop. This is a 10-yard swoop of here and then gonna reel back. It's just insane. I mean, Finney can break some rules because she's super fast, but it's also just an example of how hard Finney works to stop that next break throw. Here's another great example, right? This dump off that line, huge opportunity. Vegas is a fantastic thrower, and like we'll hit this around every time, and like Riot loves hitting this around.
She's got big throws.
But then Mad Dog, right, peeks, sees the threat, gets out wide again. This is 5-6 yards distance to stop that next throw, right? There's an open person. Vegas can hit that, right? But Mad Dog has positioned herself in between that throw. And it's about just making things a little harder, right? So then they take option 2. And really what we notice is like if Vegas hits that break, I think there's Jack out here going for that deep throw instead, right? This is still a great shot.
Here's the big throw.
But it's open side
Snyder
now, same third.
It's
just like a little harder. Sorry, we can play it out. Wilson doesn't get there, but and just slightly harder. Wilson makes that play a lot of times, but it's just slightly harder. Again, this is a Finney special. All right, watching how much Finney works just to stop that next throw.
In the Hall of Fame.
Right, this is an amazing throw into space. Right, there's no chance for Finney to get this. Finney's prioritizing, looking upfield. What's the next break throw? Right, this throw is set Liz up, who's a great break thrower, to make that next throw. Right, and he's hustling. Right, beat that defender to the spot, or beat the offensive player to the spot. Boom. Ooh, again, shoulder check, knowing that this player's going to go to the inside now.
And you have to learn how to count.
Ooh. Another great mark, right? Continuing, not just lazily reeling on that mark, but using her legs, using her arms to make that also really
pretty darn high to figure out all the players that are on the field tonight on these two teams.
I wonder if she
that
does
are
it
going to be
again.
in the
I
Hall
think
of
she does
Fame.
it again too. Yeah.
No.
Again, that swing comes, checks the shoulder. Where's the next threat coming? And then just straight up guards
I'd say it's
the next threat. All right, again, like 10, 15 yards of just prioritizing the work
double digits
here, and then sprinting back and reeling, putting on a great mark.
Feels like triple digits.
Right? It's just so hard to do. And then again, now it's Riot working up open side instead of working it up to the break side and having the middle open. The last clip I want to show is, it's 12-13. This was a long point. I think there's 2 turnovers in this point. And this is like another reel. But still, end of the game, Fury just doing the little things. Break throw gets off, quick check of the head, and then boom, a reel. This is like a very classic looking reel too. 5 yards, big swoop. Notice that the threat is coming here. And I want us to notice that there was an open cut too. Right? Sometimes we don't always can't always see, but there was open people up here. And as we let it run, so what's really interesting, Finney makes a play, doesn't get it, and I want us to notice how Riot capitalized on these little details. Right now, Q has an open throw, and normally the inside's tough. Kawhi just makes a flat cut. Last time she went deep. This time she gets to make a flat cut, which makes this reel slightly harder, right? A little more late. Right, again, check, hard sprint, trying to swoop, right? But that inch is all that Kawhi needs to throw that around to that cutter for another 25-yard gainer, right?
Gains yards down.
So it's just like these little things. Nothing, the swoop didn't change. Right, still trying to swoop.
Back to Tip. Then he made it tough.
Notice the angle flat, can't get there.
Kawhi gains yards downfield, Bradshaw.
That was just a quick little example of how Fury and swoops, I think Mad Dog and Finney are some of the best two that do it, and just kind of how those little things change the game and why we do Arrowhead. All right, I'm going to stop recording.